anymore. Man, it sucks because I did love the game. In good news, Israel and Lebanon have a ceasefire.
President Trump just announced a ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon. He did so on Truth Social. And the president...
I just expected excellent conversation with the High League Representative Joseph Anoun of Lebanon, Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu of Israel. These two leaders have agreed on that in order to achieve peace between their countries, they will formally begin a 10-day ceasefire, 5 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesday. So that would have just happened 2 hours ago. Two countries met for the first time in 34 years in Washington, D.C. with their great Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. I've directed J.D. Vance, the Secretary of State, together with Chairman and Joint Chiefs of Staff. Yeah, let's get it done.
The leaders of both nations agreed to a 10-day ceasefire starting at 5
You can really tell when Truth Social posts are not posted by Trump, by the way.
p.m. Eastern today. If it holds, and that's a big if, it could lead to a broader peace deal between the U.S. and Iran. He also says he'll be inviting the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the Lebanese President Joseph Aoun to the White House. I want to get straight to CNN international diplomatic editor Nick Robertson, who is in Islamabad, Pakistan. Nick, what does this say to you?
Yeah, it says a number of things. Of course, the Pakistani lead negotiators, the most powerful politician in the country, Field Marshal Asim Munir and the Interior Minister, have been in Tehran over 24 hours now, meeting with top Iranian negotiators.
That's pretty big, dude. This is really fucking huge.
We don't know how those talks have been going, but we absolutely know that Iran had explicitly said it wanted a Lebanon ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah to be in place and part of the bigger ceasefire picture. So what does this do? This gives the Pakistani negotiators some leverage at the table with the Iranians to get them to soften some of their positions. Because when J.D. Vance left Islamabad just a couple of days ago, early Sunday morning, he said the United States has put its best and final offer on the table. The ball was in the Iranian court. They needed to soften their position. That was the implication that the Pakistani negotiators have been there trying to make that happen over the past 24 hours. But I think one of the key takeaway here for the Iranian will be that President Trump played such a prominent role, as we'd heard about this ceasefire in Lebanon as being on, as being off, that the Lebanese president wouldn't have a conversation with the Israeli prime minister. It took President Trump getting involved, picking up the phone, calling.
Yeah, dude, Netanyahu is running a fine line of controlling Trump and not pissing him off enough.
But of course, the Iranians will have been aware of President Trump's involvement. And there's a huge amount of distrust between Iran and the United States at the moment. So the Iranians, left the talks here disappointed, feeling that the goalposts have been moved. So they're going to be looking at what President Trump has just done in Lebanon and trying to interpret that and trying to understand, is he also going to be as serious and as committed to meeting some of our aspirations, some of the Iranian aspirations about a long-term ceasefire. So I think that President Trump's high-profile involvement is also signaling. It's not just the event itself; it's that signaling that's going to be critical for the Pakistani negotiators in Tehran.
This is what, 6 hours ago. It's in effect now. So I'm actually really glad about this because Israel and Lebanon, man, that is a generational. I mean, like they said, they haven't met officially in 35 plus years. It's because Israel has nonstop attacked Lebanon for the last 35 fucking years. Celebrations break out in Beirut. I'm very, very, very happy with this. Obviously, fuck Israel, but I'm very glad there's a ceasefire.
I believe.
Now, will Israel respect this ceasefire?
That it is the best interest of Lebanon.
Probably not.
Lebanon and Israel to have a ceasefire, and hopefully
average Tel Aviv citizen, holy shit.
Both countries will be wise enough to hold it.
אני האמת, למרות שבטבעי האדם מאוד מאוד אופטימי, בכל הנוגע להפסקת האש בלבנון, אני לא כל כך חושב שזה מהלך שיש בו כדי להביא שלום בינינו לבין הלבנונים.
Man, they have walkable sidewalks in Israel, in Tel Aviv, but not in the U.S.
זה לא תלוי כל כך בלבנונים, אלא תלוי בחיזבאללה. החיזבאללה הוא גורם שבעצם משני לאיראן, וכשאתה אומר חיזבאללה, כאילו אמרת...
Granted, this is all Palestinian land, so...
קוראים לזה פרוקסי של איראן, אבל בפועל כל מה שהם עושים זה מה שאיראן מבקשת מהם.
I hope that it'll actually change something, but due to the fact...
Holy shit! Oh my god! The most American people on earth.
That, history has pretty much shown us that it hasn't worked. I'm not, very hopeful that it'll work. I hope I can we can only hope for the best, I guess, really.
Yeah, because she, as everybody else knows, that Israel loves violating its ceasefires. Oh shit, I haven't been recording. Fuck. Well, I'll have to figure that out after stream. Shit, whatever. What even ever. Man, I need to get rid of that button. Anyways. Barrages of gunshots and boom rocket-propelled grenade launchers ring out across Beirut. Residents fired into the air to celebrate the beginning of the truce, despite warnings of officials not to attempt to return to homes until it became clear whether the ceasefire would hold. Displaced families began moving towards southern Lebanon and Beirut, southern suburbs. And Iran, the president made an assertion in exchange with the reporters before departing for an event in Las Vegas on Thursday. If true, it would be a major concession from Iran. They've agreed to give us back nuclear dust way underground because the pacts were made with the B-2 bombers, using a term he adopted shorthand for roughly 970 pounds of enriched uranium buried under Iranian nuclear sites damaged by U.S. strikes the country last year. Iran has repeatedly insisted it does not seek nuclear weapons in its programs for peaceful purposes. Neither Iran nor countries acting as intermediaries in the conflict have talked about what a major breakthrough. Pressed by a reporter on what he's waiting to move forward, Trump says it's very complicated. I don't think we're waiting. I think we're moving very fast. It could happen very quickly. White House did not respond to follow-up queries of whether Iran has agreed to give up its enriched uranium, which under what terms and to whom it would be suspended or surrendered. Trump has previously made claims about Iran's nuclear program that turned out to be imprecise. Yep. This is a big move in ending the war with Iran. I mean, that's some good... Unlucky, big dog. I know, unlucky. L streamer didn't hit the recording button. It's not my first time doing it. Just pain in the ass to fix after. I'm pretty optimistic about the ceasefire. I really don't... With the amount of pressure that that Israel's been feeling from Iran recently has been pretty heavy. Dude, Iran embassy, man. The Iranian embassy is just... It never stops cooking. Like, look at this, dude. Adolf Hitler, $0 received. Why are you even a person? Anyways, yeah, dude, they cook, man. They cook when it comes to anti-American and anti-Trump shit. Because this war is such an easy win for them. Martyrdom is the art of the men of God. Oh my God.
On all sides, by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who, in the name of camaraderie and duty, shepherd the lost through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper.
Guys, this isn't even a real Bible quote. This is a fake Bible quote from Pulp Fiction.
And the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to capture and destroy.
Oh my God.
A nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few months.
They have the wherewithal, the stored up, preserved knowledge to make a bomb very quickly if they wanted to do it.
Iran is so dangerous. Weeks away from...
Yeah, he's been wanting to kill or bomb Iran for decades, by the way.
Having the fissile material for an entire arsenal of nuclear bombs.
They're very close. They're 6 months away from being about 90% of having the enriched uranium for an atom bomb.
Iran is gearing up to produce 25 bombs, atomic bombs a year, 250 bombs in a decade.
Ladies and gentlemen, time is running out.
Iran will be capable of producing alone, without importing anything, nuclear bombs within 3 to 5 years.
Not stop.
And he knows, like, if Iran had nuclear weapons, they would never use them. Iran's, yes, a religious state, but not run by fucking complete morons. I don't know. I'm very happy that the ceasefire between
Israel and
Lebanon has a
Lebanon
ceasefire.
have agreed to a 10-day ceasefire starting on Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. President Donald Trump made the announcement after speaking with
Cricket.
leaders from both sides.
Cat is on
The
my lap.
announcement comes just days
Kitty on
after
the
the U.S.
lap.
hosted the first direct talks between the two countries in decades, and it follows more than a month
So fucking awkward.
of war between Israel and the militant group Hezbollah that has devastated large parts of Lebanon and displaced more than 1 million people. Trump also invited the leaders of both countries to the White House for its first high-level talks in more than 4 decades. A Lebanese official said President Joseph Aoun declined to speak directly with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu due to deep divisions within Lebanon over direct negotiations with an enemy country.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Trump also said he's inviting Israeli and Lebanese presidents to the White House leaders for direct talks. Unknown has refused to speak with Netanyahu hours earlier. Israel and Lebanon's respective ambassadors to the U.S. held the first direct diplomatic talks in decades. I'm tentatively optimistic because if a lasting ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon is going to go down, that'd be a very good thing. And even if Trump was the one that ushered that in. Because if it's Trump ushering it in and him telling Netanyahu to shut the fuck up, that's probably a better thing. I don't think Biden would have ever had the sauce to tell Netanyahu to shut up. Because, like, unlike Biden, Trump is not a true, not what I'm looking for. What's the word for Israel lover? A person who really likes Israel. Sorry, I had a long day. Zionist. Sorry, I like got the fucking answer in my head before I even looked it up. But no, Trump is not a real Zionist. Biden was a real Zionist, and yeah, man, I'm not surprised that Trump is really pissed off with Netanyahu. Obviously, people who like leash Trump around. Expanded security zone in South Lebanon despite ceasefire. Netanyahu says Israeli troops will remain in expanded security. Yeah. Trump suggests he's open to extending Iran ceasefire. 14 days ceasefire expect. If they're close to a deal, would I extend? Yeah, I would do that. Oh my god. It's never gonna end. The ceasefire with Iran is not gonna end it. I think what's gonna happen is the ceasefire with Iran isn't gonna hold, and then Israel will take that as an excuse to attack Lebanon. I do not think Lebanon has any reason to directly attack Israel. Like genuine nothing. Hezbollah on the other end maybe, but Israel or Lebanon itself wouldn't attack Israel. It would make zero sense for them to. Granted, rational actors, believing everybody's a rational actor has been proven to be very fucking stupid multiple times, so we'll just have to see. We'll have to see.